Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome anchor CNN World Sport, Pedro Pinto.
Hello, everyone. Pleasure to be here, my first time ever in Qatar. I'm joined here by two illustrious gentlemen who normally, when they're sitting next to each other, are behind a steering wheel and they're competing. So this is a rare occasion to get them here. I'll start with a local hero because he's already getting clapping and I haven't even introduced him. Nasser Al-Attiyah, who is a legend in Qatar, one of the most distinguished drivers in the world. Of course, he won the Dakar Rally. He won the FIA Middle East Championship 8 times, if I'm not mistaken. Just clinched exactly the last trophy earlier this month.
Yeah.
So congratulations for that.
Thank you.
If there's one man who knows what champagne tastes like, then it's Sébastien Loeb, who has won 9 world championships in WRC, World Rally Championship. Not only has he won 9, he did it 9 times in a row. Unbelievable to be here with you. Throughout my journalistic career, I've reported about many of your victories. I'll start, if you don't mind, Sébastien, with the local man, Nasser. The question on everybody's mind surely is, how many speeding tickets have you had when you drive? And how many times have you said, do you know who I am?
Actually, I am not stay at all here in Qatar, but okay, yeah, sometime it's normal, for everybody get maybe one speed ticket in the year, but okay. I'm really respect, the rule of the road and always I try to do my best, to be really careful in the speed, in the road, but okay, when we be in the rally is completely different.
Obviously, it was in a joking tone that I meant that, but Sébastien, when you talk about your everyday life, pretty much, it involves speed. How did you develop this passion for speed, and when did you realize that you could do something with it? Because before you answer, I was doing some research on these illustrious guests, and I don't know how many people here know, but Sébastien was a gymnast when he was growing up. So how do you go from being a gymnast to driving rally cars at over 200 miles an hour? Your passion for speed?
It's a bit strange, but I discovered the passion of speed was here since I'm young. I don't know, it's a bit stupid, but I destroyed always my tires on my bicycle, I mean. And after that, I had my first mopeds, and I was always faster than all my friends. And so I had this in myself, and then after the mopeds, we arrived with the car, and I always enjoyed to use the handbrake to turn the car, and it was a bit natural like this, and I understood that I have more talent than my friends for this, and then I started to be interested in motorsports, but I had no money, no opportunity to start really in rallying or racing, and I just saw in France it was an operation named Rally Jeune, which was done by the Federation and Peugeot, who were doing this operation, and so I participated to this. You just had to pay, I think it was 15 euro to enter, and it was a national competition with some regional selection. I won my regional selection, then I went to the final, national final, and finally I was the fastest of everybody, and it was 15,000 people so driving in this competition. And after that, some people, one guy, which is Dominic Heinz, with which I'm still working now, called me and told me, if you are the fastest of 15,000 people, it's not for nothing. I can maybe help you to start. And finally, nothing happened this year. Year after, I've done again this religion selection, and again I was the fastest of everybody. And then he said, okay, I'm sure you have something special. I'm gonna help you. And we started like this in some little rallies. I won, and
And you've
so,
been
and so on.
and you've been winning ever since. You're quite good at being faster than everybody else. Nasser, there's so many questions that I have, and if anyone here in the audience has questions, please feel free to ask them as well. But I have to ask you, you've raced in the desert, then you've moved into the World Rally Championship, and you've raced in every kind of surface on the planet. I'll ask you first, what's the toughest surface to race on? And I can only imagine how it was for the first time when you raced on snow.
Yes, I agree with you, because we race here in open area, and when I get chance, with my cousin Nasser bin Khalif Al-Attiyah, the president of QMMF, we try to compete in, after when we win the first Middle East Championship in 2003, and we decide to move to World Champion to see where we are. And the plan was 3 years, and we compete in the Production Cup. It's a Group N car, and first year was really very difficult, and we finished 7. The second year we finished second, and the third year of the plan, 2006, we win the Production Cup. It was a really good plan. From this time, always I prefer to stay in the World Champion Rally, because I learn a lot, and I try to bring the experience, from World Champion to our region, and to improve all the driver here. And from this time, I was really pushing myself a lot, and also I was really concentration for Dakar Rally. It was a dream to win this race, and 2011 I win this race, and it was really work very hard, to reach this level. And because I know many people ask me, Nasser, just you drive, because doesn't know. Some of them doesn't know what we must do to keep the level and the concentration, and we must work very hard in the fitness side, and we work around 3 and 4 hours every day to keep the condition, because when we sit inside the cars and the temperature outside 40-45, inside we reach sometime 60 and 65. If the body, it's like when you
melting.
stay in the sauna,
You're
and
melting,
yeah, it's not easy, because you must work very hard to keep the condition really good, And Dakar Rally also, you talk about the stages is a 600 or 500 kilometers, in one day, and this is not easy. And always we try to do the best, Also, when I don't do only one sport, I do 2 sports. I compete in 5 times in Olympic game. I start from Atlanta, and in the clay pigeon shooting, and I've been 3 times in final. The last Olympic game in London, I get a bronze medal. It was a dream, and now, thank you.
Yeah, as if he doesn't have enough to concentrate on trying to be faster than everybody else and conditioning himself to be a top driver. He also finds time to win just an Olympic medal on the side. Nasser, you still didn't answer my question. Which was the toughest terrain? Which is, in one word, which is the toughest terrain for you?
Is the world champion.
No, but like when you race on asphalt, sand, snow, gravel, what is the toughest?
It's I think the snow.
The snow?
The snow, yeah. It's quite difficult for us, for me, because we are racing in the desert,
I know.
And the first time I remember when I go to Sweden, it was really scary, and it was not easy.
Well, the gentleman next to you grew up in the Alsatian region in France, so you saw snow all the time. growing up, in the winter at least. Sébastien, what was your reaction when you saw Nasser joining the World Rally Championship, and what did it mean for the rest of the drivers, because most of them are from Europe, let's face it. And he was the first Arab driver to win the Dakar Rally. There aren't many representatives from this region. So when Nasser joined, what did you and the rest of the drivers think?
I think everybody enjoyed, because Nasser is a very nice guy, and the relationship with him was immediately good, and I think with all the drivers he has really good contact. So when you see someone coming from Dakar arriving in WRC, everybody knows it's completely different, and Dakar is more an endurance race, and we are really like sprint all the time. And I can say I'm surprised how fast he adapted his speed to what we are doing, because like we just spoke, he beated me in a power stage in Argentina, and so he's really on the top level. He improved very quickly. So it means he's really a real sportsman. He's fast in Dakar, he's fast in WRC, he's winning a bronze medal in Olympic Games, so he's really a complete athlete.
This is a forum which obviously promotes education, and I have a question, and a lot of people have mentioned it to me in the past when I'm working and covering driving events as well, motorsports. What about the women? All right, now I was looking up some information, and Sébastien, you actually have your wife who co-drives for you sometimes. I'll not in World Rally Championship events, but in other events sometimes. Question for both of you: why aren't there more women? And not only in rallying, Formula One, in the States, there's maybe one or two in NASCAR, and the one that comes to everybody's head, my head anyway, is Danica Patrick, that is the more high-profile woman. But what's the issue here? Why is it so closed? Why is it only men? Start with you, Sébastien.
Maybe the passion is not exactly the same. I don't think really it's physical. In rally, you can not say it's impossible for a girl physically to do it. So it's more a question of maybe interest, of taking risk, because for sure it's also a sport which can be dangerous sometimes. We saw a few girls arriving at the top level in rally or in some other discipline, but for sure we don't see a lot. But on the co-driver side, we see a few even in World Championship, and so we know some have still the passion, but it's more maybe a man passion. But like you said, I also drive sometimes with my wife for fun outside of the World Championship, and she's doing really good. His job as co-driver, even if she doesn't have a lot of experience. We've done some good rallies together. We won a rally in France together, and so it means it's really possible.
Maybe a lot of men are thinking when they're driving next to their wives and they say, why don't you turn here? Why don't you take that other road? Why did you come this way? She can't do that with you. She's giving you orders that she's studied.
Yeah, it started a bit like this, but after that we said, okay, it's just for fun. We are here for fun.
Nasser, what about you? Why do you think there aren't many women? You think it's a question of passion maybe as well about the sport?
I think, we don't forget Michelle Mouton and Jutta Kleshman, Michelle Mouton, she was beating a lot of good driver and the world champion, and Jutta, she won Dakar 2003 or 2002 or 2003. Yeah, but okay, like Sab, what he say, maybe not many option, for lady to drive, but most of the lady like to be good driver, and to be manage something, but I think it's this sport is open for everybody, and even for lady is welcome.
Maybe they don't want to beat us because we will be very frustrated.
We only have about 2 or 3 minutes left, so I'd say let's have a little bit of fun, and just in 1 or 2 words, if you can answer some questions. What is the toughest place to race? Just one. If you had to pick one place where you go and it's like, this is going to be difficult, what is the toughest place to race? A country, a city, a road?
Africa, Dakar, Africa.
Okay.
Yes.
Sebastian?
I don't know Dakar, Africa, so I would say
Monte Carlo.
no, not for me. Maybe Finland.
Finland?
Yes.
But
Okay.
you win Finland rally.
Yeah, I didn't say I didn't win. I said it's difficult.
He won everything, come on. The most important quality of a co-pilot.
The most important?
Quality of a co-pilot. What's one thing a co-pilot has to have?
If he don't talk too much, you know.
Okay, so and you?
Not to talk too much in the car when we are on the road section and say the notes in the right time when we are on the stage.
The best rally driver of all time.
Sab.
The numbers don't lie, huh? He's got records for the World Championships,
Thank
the
you.
points, the race wins. I could spend the next, until the session is over, talking about your records. You, who's the best of all time? You?
No, I cannot say me, but it's difficult to, it's difficult to compare different times. I think in every time it was some very good rally driver, but then it's impossible to compare one to the other. So it was just a few.
I think he's him, you know, because he's the European driver. I think he win the Scandinavian rally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not that common. I know. If you wouldn't have been a rally driver, what would you have been? Or a driver, professional driver? Nasser? Clay pigeon?
Maybe horse rider.
Horse
Yeah,
rider.
horse rider, yeah.
Okay, you?
What could have been?
Yeah, if you weren't.
For sure, a passion was also, I will say, fighter pilot, the
Really?
planes, but that's just a passion. I was on the way to be electrician, and so that's not exactly the same style of work. But
You actually were an electrician, weren't
I
you?
was
when you-
working, yes, and sports helped me to have a life like I have now, and so just living from my passion, and that's a dream.
Final question, very quickly, and I think it's a question a lot of people have asked me. My cousin texted me right before I came up here, because he's a big motorsports fan, and a lot of people want to know, Sebastian, you said you're not going to race the whole calendar next year in 2013, so what next? What is the next passion for Sébastien Loeb? Could we see you in the Dakar Rally, F1, mountain bike racing? What are you going to do next?
At the moment, like you said, I decided now to retire. Not completely retiring of motorsport and driving, just I stopped the complete World Championship. I will do 4 rallies next year in World Championship with Citroën. And next to this, I'm starting to go to racing, not in Formula 1, because in Formula 1 you have young drivers coming. I'm more an old driver, I would say, but
Veteran's better, or experienced?
Yeah, experienced driver. So I will go to racing. Like next year, I will enter in some GT championship because it's something I like. I know it's completely new for me. I have a lot of things to learn, and I want to take also some experience, because if everything goes well in 2014, I should enter in the World Touring Car Championship with Citroën, which is a new challenge. It's really different from what I'm doing now, and so I will have to concentrate a lot, learn a lot of new things, but it makes it really exciting.
Could you see him do a Dakar one day?
I invite
Nasser?
him.
You have invited him?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's also something
And also,
which is possible in the future.
Also, he invite me for next year to do the GT3, and maybe we do together. It will be like sponsorship, from Qatar to support the team of Sébastien. And 2 cars, it will be a great team, I think.
Nasser, Sébastien, 2 legends of motor racing. Thank you so much for taking
Thank
some
you.
time and talking to us. It was a pleasure to be here. It's lunchtime. Enjoy your lunch and enjoy the rest of the forum. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do have one more session. Please hold.